Welcome to All Change, the programme that puts design at the heart of the learning experience. Today we're in Milton Keynes at Drayton Park School, where we're going to be transforming a busy library into a multifunctional learning space. Paget Primary linked with the government's Creative Partnership scheme to harness the creativity of a landscape architect who took up an artist in residency. Paget School's playgrounds are the classic tarmac spaces of skinned knees and football matches built in the 70s. The landscape architect encouraged the children to look at their surroundings and change them for the better using their own creativity. Mike Fletcher worked with the children to design a quiet, shady outdoor space for learning and play. Landscaping a grassy area with trees to provide shade, and curved pathways were designed by Paget pupils.
These are some of the drawings that were produced by the children when they were doing the beginning times of their design for the quiet, shady space outside. What Mike did with them was he had them look down microscopes to find out the shapes, and these are all pieces of plant that have been enlarged, and they've all been designed by the children for how they would see pathways running. And these charcoal drawings, again, were part of the design process. And I remember the first time I saw these things and I was completely shocked. I thought, this is what primary art is all about. This is about children being creative and expressing themselves in different kind of ways. And it's changed my whole view of what we can do with art, because this has now been translated into a finished product outside.
The artist worked with the children to prototype designs for the pathways leading to the quiet, shady area. They used experimentation and iteration in dynamic studio sessions in the school hall. Bringing these kinds of activities into the curriculum is at the heart of the Creative Partnership proposition, and the children have a real sense of ownership of their landscape space.
Everyone feels that this is their own product, and I'm sure some of the children here now will be going past that particular structure in 10, 15 years' time and say, I built that.
It was very fun, but we got a bit messy because we had to do mud drawings.
The patterns are really creative, and it's not usual that you get loads of patterns on a playground floor. Sometimes I pass to play it in games on as well, or follow the lead or run the path like.
I work with pupils around the country on school building design issues, and one of the things they always highlight is the need for social spaces. Somewhere comfortable that they can sit, meet their friends, chat, really enjoy the spaces they've got around the school. And yet too often those spaces are neglected or completely forgotten about. At Drayton Park, they've taken this sofa from an area that's not used any longer in the school. They've set it in a bright, sunny corridor, and they've made it a space where small groups of children can come, relax in their break times, and really have a good chat.
Back in the library corridor, School Governor Sharon Alexander is pattern cutting.
These are going to be beanbags one day.
With all the teaching staff at Drayton Park being women, there's no blokes around to interfere with putting the mobile storage together. Girl power rocks.
So this is a really nice big space you've got for your foundation stage, Helen, but I know you've got some problems with the way the rooms are organised.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got 4 separate rooms down here in foundation stage, and it used to be that we had 2 rooms that were set aside for the nursery and 2 rooms for reception. But now with a new foundation stage profile, we need to really pull the 2 year groups in together. Because of the way the classrooms are laid out as old-fashioned classrooms, it makes the space a lot more difficult for the children to have free-flowing access between them.
So you've got 4 different classrooms, each with different activities going on?
Yeah, that's right. We have a creative wet room, which obviously is then with the vinyl flooring, so that if it gets wet. We've got a communications room, which is all based around talking and writing, early writing. We've got a role play room, and then we've also got the investigative room, which is maths and science, but also thinking, you know, in terms of construction.
So you've developed some strategies for tackling these challenges. Tell me what you're doing.
I think this is the best example just here, because you can see we've got a door. What we're going to do is take the door off, but we've also got this glassed area with the shelving, and we're just going to take it out to make the entrance to the room an awful lot bigger. We're also starting to develop the outside space, and we've got lots of doors that access out there, so we can open the doors up, the children can move out there, and we're going to think about setting up hard standing or tracks for the children to play on their trikes, and they can go around in circles, and also give them a chance to really get mucky and play in the mud and you know, just experience outside, because in foundation stage the children shouldn't be having a separate playtime. They should be able to come in and out all the time. So these are all the challenges that we're hoping to get by looking at the space that we've got and working with that.
Helen, it's been a really busy day. Have you had fun?
Yes, it has been good actually. It's been very long and very tiring, but we've been very lucky. We've had all sorts of people come in through the doors. So lots of people with paintbrushes in hand. It's been really good.
I saw staff here today and pupils.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had teaching staff, we've had LSAs, we've had school governor doing the first bit of sewing she's done since she left school, and we've had children in painting and doing letters. It's been fantastic, it really has.
They're really committed to the school, aren't they?
Absolutely, yes. It's been a good day.
Fantastic. John, has it been a good day for you?
It has, actually. I'm grateful for all the help, because I thought it was going to be me that was painting and sewing and sticking on letters and everything, but that's all been done. So I've been able to concentrate on all these partitions. And there's a few things missing. We still need to put all the ceiling lining and everything, some shelves for more books, and then the worktops for the workstations.
A bright new day, and Helen Cottington and John Craig are getting the linear workstations finished off. Laminated lettering needs cutting out.
Keep that flush there.
And hundreds of books need sorting out, ready to go back into the library. Parent Governor Ahmed Abdullahi leads the work party.
What do you think of what's happening to the library?
It's a great job, actually. It's a major job, and it's a renovation, so because the children can get, a space so they can get, better access where they can, do the job, where they can read the books.
It's really nice to see all the children involved, isn't it?
Yes, because it will help to take care of what is going on, and they will appreciate, how hard the job is.
When I was at school, we all had the same desks with heavy wooden lids. If you were really unlucky, there'd be chewing gum stuck underneath as well. Nowadays, there are a range of really imaginatively designed workstations and desks. Here are some for you to have a look at. These days, there's a huge variety of desks and workstations available, tailored to the age of the pupils using them and the subjects being studied. The Postura is lightweight yet very strong and comes with a matching chair. The Classmate storage lifts out. This desk converts into a drawing board. The Orbital's chair rotates round the desk. This folding bench unit provides flexible seating, which can be packed away for storage. All suppliers comply with the British Educational Suppliers Association Code of Practice, and full details are on the Teachers TV website. Here we go.
Back at Drayton Park, the beanbags are nearly finished. Very comfortable, Mrs. Alexander.
could do your marking on these.
I could do my market, I could do my teaching on these.
John, you've achieved a tremendous amount so far, but time's moving on. What's still to be done?
There's a few more of these to go in. These are the actual workstations we were talking about earlier. You know, where we put the high stools on, the children can work and they can read and everything. There's a little bit of painting to do, a little touching up. And the shelves behind you, you know, the actual new shelves, they've got to be cut and fitted. It sounds a lot, I know, but I reckon it'll be done.
Everyone's pulling together to get the new library finished on time.
This was another area.
The new workstations are in, and comfy seating and book storage go into the chill zone.
Go away.
The brief was for a more useful library space for children to read, research and relax in. Yellow ceiling panels carry the line down the corridor and across into the chill zone. There's still plenty of space for circulation and for the storage of books. The reading and relaxing area has been made much more inviting. The workstations are set at 2 heights for children of different ages.
John, it was a big project, but you were confident. Have you managed to finish it?
Actually, I'm not too sure whether I was confident. Actually, when I saw the plans, I thought this is going to be a lot of work. But the nice thing is, I think it's actually worth it.
And you've had a lot of help, haven't you?
Oh, very much so, and I couldn't have done it without them, to be quite honest. All the little bits and pieces.
And it's amazing how these little details, which don't actually cost a lot, can make all the difference.
Very much so, yeah. And it's, okay, they're a little bit fiddly sometimes to put on, but it's worth doing that little extra, or going the extra mile, shall we say.
The new library at Drayton was realised within a budget of £2,000. The research zone allows for study, but doesn't stop traffic along the busy corridor.
Helen, it's been really hard work this weekend, but it's all finished. Are you happy?
I'm so happy. It looks absolutely amazing. You couldn't even imagine that the space could end up looking like this. It's incredible.
And how do you think this is going to be used?
Well, in so many different ways. I mean, just starting off over here, we've got all this workbenching down here where, you know, children can sit, grab a book off the shelf and come and do the research, and there was nothing like this before. And it's so inviting. The children are going to want to come in and sit down and do their research now, whereas before they just grabbed a book and got out the doors as soon as possible. It just looks amazing.
And you've got this fantastic chill zone round here.
Absolutely.
So how will this be used then within the school?
We've just been talking in so many different ways. I mean, the first thing that's obvious is that it's such a comfortable place to come and sit down and share a book. I mean, the sofas just look amazing, and the bean bags, it's just the perfect place to come and curl up with a book. But also, we were also talking a second ago about those children that perhaps have had a distressing morning, or, you know, something's happened to upset them, and it's the perfect place for them to come and chill out, because there's nothing threatening. The colours are vibrant and it's so relaxing, and such a nice place for them to come and just have 5 minutes time out. It's going to be amazing.
And how are you going to take this forward through the rest of the school then?
Well, it's fired us up. The next thing, I think Foundation Garden will really get going with that and use some of these ideas, the colours, the signage, all the rest of it. It's just made such a difference to the way we think about things, I think.
If you have a project that we can help with, or you'd like to tell us about something you've done recently at your school, contact All Change through the Teachers TV website. We'd love to hear from you.